Hello everyone, welcome for the class. So in the previous class we have studied about the local replication types. So we have been seen the host based, we have seen the storage array based, and also we have seen the network based local replication. The last topic of the chapter 3rd is the local replication in virtualized environment. So, is it possible even to is it possible to replicate the virtual environment also? As the replication is done for the physical environment, yes, it is possible. So this replication of this virtual machine is also being required, because many a times we have been running the servers on the hypervisor mode, right? So the local replication of the virtual machines is being performed at the at the compute level, and it can be also performed at the storage level using the array based local replication. As we are doing it in the physical environment, it can be even done in that same way. So usually in the array based, how it is being done is the logical unit number on which the virtual machine will be residing, that same is being replicated to the another logical unit that is being done for the array. And in the hypervised mode, whenever we have been taking, there are two options. One is the VM snapshot and the VM clone. Okay, so what happens in the VM snapshot? So as you people remember, the snapshot is nothing but you are going to take a picture at the particular period of the time, right? So now for example, this is the screen. I take the snapshot of this screen at this particular period of time. So it has been captured again after some 10 minutes, again the screen is been captured. So like this, I'll be having the continuous snapshots, and which will be played in terms of a complete video. The same way, even this is also applied for the virtual machines, where the operations or the state or the data of the virtual machine is being copied, and it is being stored in the form of the snap, right? This is being used whenever we want to copy the data onto the another virtual machine, or we want to get back the data whenever there is a disaster. So it is going to capture the state and the data for the virtual machine. It is been running at particular specific time. Now when I say this state, what is this state going to include? It is going to include the files, it's going to include the basic information and also it is going to include the basic input output operations. It's going to include the network configuration, what is the power state, whether the system was powered on, powered off, or it was being suspended. So this all are being captured in the VM state. So once this all data is been there, this is included when the VM data is included in the files, that is going to make up this virtual machine and the disk and the memory. And this all snapshot, whatever is being captured, it is being stored in a separate file called as a delta file, which is going to record this one. And whatever changes is being done in the disk, even that is also being captured, and these snapshots are being activated. Using these snapshot, it is been activated, and it is we are able to what is that recover the system or revert the state in which the operation was being broken down, or it was being corrupted, using these snapshot. But the problem associated with the VM snapshot, or I can say the challenges associated with this one, is it is not going to support the data replication if the virtual machine is going to access the data using the raw disk. So this is one of the problem. And also using this hypervisor to perform the snapshot, this is going to increase the load to compute, and also it is going to have the impact on the performance, because every time the data has to be copied, then there will be, for every minute the computation has to be performed, and because of this the performance is going to decrease each and every time. So for this purpose, we are there is another method called as VM clone. So what happens in this VM clone is it is going to create an identical copy of the virtual machine. Suppose in case I have this machine, that is the database. The same clone, that means the identical copy is being created as the parent, right? So the clone is being created. So when we are doing this cloning, so when this operation is being totally complete, that means exact copy is being created, then it is being detached from the parent. So once it is being detached from its parent, then it is not going to remain the same. That means not having all the aspects as the parent VM had, it is going to have its own MAC address, right? Then it is and whatever the changes is being done in the clone, that is not going to affect its a parent, nor the changes being done in the parent is not being affected. It is something like your inheritance, right? In your inheritance, you are being just transferring from a parent to the child. The same way, from a parent to the clone, from the parent VM to the clone, it is being transferred. But once again, if once the connection is being detached, once the connection is being broken from the clone, nothing is being moved to the parent, nor from the parent to the clone, right? So this VM clone is a useful method when there is a need to deploy the identical VM. So whenever I want to have the same VM where because usually what happens is when I want to load or deploy these VMs, then it is going to take more time, right? So multiple VMs is going to time is a very time consuming task. So at that particular period of the time, we can use these VM clones, which is going to simplify the process. At that time we cannot use VM snapshot because even that performance is going to take more time. So the VM clone is going to help, and it is having a better performance when compared to the VM snapshot. Okay, so this was all about the local replication related to the technologies, what methods are being applied to get the data, and how the local replication is being done for the virtual machines also, right? So this was all about the chapter 3rd, chapter 3rd, local replication. In the upcoming videos we'll be looking after the remote replication, how the data will be replicated, the where the data is been where the storage arrays are being stored at the remote locations or at the different geographical locations, how the data can be retrieved and what are the technologies they are been applying. So that one we'll be looking into the next video. Hope the contents are clear for you people. Thank you.